Hey guys, I'm Cheyenne and this is What Cheyenne Didn't Know. So in today's What Cheyenne Didn't Know, we are going to explore Asian countries having the market on Black beauty. So this may or may not come as a surprise to some of you, but I wasn't too familiar with beauty supply stores as a kid. Mostly because my mom was a big proponent of going to the store without us, her children, so that we didn't ask for anything. The typical way I knew my mom was going to the store was that she would text me and say, "I'm going to the store, you want anything?" while I was at school. So yeah, I didn't grow up going to beauty supply stores. My mom paid my cousin to braid my hair well into middle school. By the time I was able to gain control of my own head, I really ruined it with straightening, teasing, my emo phase, my scene phase, my hipster phase. But long story short, I didn't go to beauty supply stores until like this year when I did my dreads this summer. I got into extensions right after I graduated high school, which was very ugly. Synthetic shiny hair with your frizzy natural hair that you straightened is ugly. And then I went into sew-ins, but those were like costing $200 and your girl was saving up for college. So then I finally got into wigs because they're cheap and easy to use. Now you may be wondering, what does that have to do with beauty supply stores? Well, not going to beauty supply stores growing up, I assumed that they were Black owned for Black people with like the products that people get from there. So I was very surprised to find out that, you know, every time I go to a beauty supply store, it's usually owned or managed by Asian people. I haven't really seen, well, now there's a couple of Black businesses that have their own beauty supply store, but there's literally only 2 that I know of in Charlotte. Surprise fact number 1, 70% of beauty supply stores in America are owned by South Korean people. After doing some research, it turns out like thousands of Black businesses have tried to go into the beauty supply industry, but they're always discriminated against. Basically, these beauty supply stores have hair, gel, styling products, makeup. They have everything that you could possibly need to be a drag queen, basically, from the neck up. But the wigs and extensions, which make up 50% of these beauty supply store sales, are usually manufactured by Asian countries. So how did South Koreans get the market on Black beauty? Basically, it started back in the 80s when Black hair care went from jerry curls and perms to synthetic hair and weaves and stuff like that. There's only 2 countries that really produce that kind of hair, and there's a policy against the US manufacturing our own wigs. So you can get it from South Korea or China. Well, the US hasn't always been a big fan of China, so most stores get their products from South Korea. Well, South Korean people that live here have a higher chance of knowing other South Koreans that can help them get into the business. Another way South Koreans were able to establish a monopoly was that they were willing to set up shop in Black neighborhoods. While when Black people began expanding and the second Great Migration and all of that, there was a lot of white flight throughout the 80s and 90s where white people left the neighborhoods that were being occupied by Black people. And then South Korean people would buy that property and establish shop. All right, thanks for watching. If you enjoyed today's video, give it a like, subscribe. I'll be back Saturday for my weekly weigh-in. You can also follow me on Instagram and Twitter at Cheyenne New. Thank you for watching once again, and have a great day.